Good morning or afternoon, whenever you're watching this, depends on the time. I'm Miss Golden. I'm going to try to show you how to use Google Classroom. You're going to want to do this using Google Chrome. It works best. It doesn't give you as many problems. Firefox and Internet Explorer, they tend to freeze up and not allow you to do all the things you need to do. If you have a computer from the school, it should already have Google Chrome on it. If not, you can just download this for free. I'm going to click on Google Chrome, and once I'm there, I'm going to go to the county website, which is hcboe.net. Okay, I'm going to exit out of this little COVID message, and I can go to the parent-student link and go all the way down to student quick links, and then scroll down until you see Google Classroom, which is right here. I'm going to click on Google Classroom, and it'll bring up a page where you can sign in. Now, your child will have their own email. It's probably the same one that they've used in the past for keyboarding, and along with their password being their lunch number. Now, you will receive a letter in the mail, or you should have already received a letter in the mail that gives you their email, their class number, and their class codes. You're going to want to log in. So I'm going to have to do this under my teacher account. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my email and then put in my password and log in. And then it may give you a dashboard. I've not actually been able to log in from a student account yet, but it should give you a dashboard like this. It may just take you right into the classroom. If it gives you a dashboard like this, just click on Classroom, and then a screen like this will pop up. Now, your child most likely will not have any of these things here because they have not yet joined the class. So in order to join my classes, they're going to have to go up here to this plus sign and click on it, Create or Join a Class. You'll click Join Class, and then the code that is on the letter that you received, you'll enter here. And then once you've entered it, you'll click Join in the top right-hand corner. This will let them join their class. Some teachers are only doing one classroom for all subjects. Others are doing 2, 3 classrooms. I chose to do 4 classrooms for my class because I wanted one for each subject. One for math, social studies, science, and ELA. So after you put in the class code and you click Join, it should take you back to your home screen, your Google Classroom screen, and then you would have a new classroom here. So you would have, let's say, Miss G's ELA Experts. Then you would need to go back and click the plus again and enter in the code for math, and then enter in the code for science, and then enter in the code for social studies. Once you've entered in the codes, you only have to do that one time. Every time your child logs into their classroom, they will not have to use those codes afterwards because this will just be on their screen automatically. Once they join the class, unless someone was to delete them, and they should not, but they should already just automatically be sent to this page and have their classrooms. I chose to do 4 separate classrooms just because I thought it would be easier on the kids. That way, when they're working at home, if they were to switch to online learning, they would have everything right in front of them, kind of like if we were in the classroom. We always separate our classes throughout the day by switching. So I would want to make sure that the kids weren't confused and I didn't have one big classroom with all subjects for the day under it, or all assignments for the day. I want them to mainly focus on ELA when they're in the ELA classroom, focus on math in the math classroom, science in the science classroom, and social studies in the social studies classroom. So this is where they would find all their ELA assignments for the day. This is where they'd find all of their math assignments, all of their science, and then all of their social studies. These other ones are just my own sample classrooms that I played around with. So they would click on, let's say it's time for ELA. They would click on ELA, and then this is what their page should look like. It may have a different design here because you can change that throughout the year, but this is called the stream page. It's kind of like your home page. And this is where it's going to have announcements, and I can share things. So I may say we have an upcoming main idea quiz, and I may post it there so that the kids can see it and you can see it. Every time that there's an assignment, it will post to this stream page, but they do not have to get to their assignment from this page. They can go up here to the top and click on classwork, and this will take them to all of their assignments. Now, right now, they do not have any assignments. When they do, I will have them labeled by day. So, for example, I may have, today is August 22nd. I may have Saturday, August 22nd. And they would just click on that and it would have everything they need right there on that day for ELA. It works the same for math, science, and social studies. I'm going to go back to their home screen. So when they go into the math classroom, same exact layout. They have their stream page and the classwork page. They should not have the people page. They may have the grades, but just for them. They cannot see everyone else's. And this would have their assignments and any important information. And then this would have, on their classwork tab, they would have all of their assignments uploaded by that day. So whatever is due for that Monday, they would just click on it. They do not need to do the whole entire week's worth of assignments in one day. Trust me, they do not want to do that. Also, we do something called Google Meets, and it's kind of like a FaceTime. I'm going to go back to the stream page, which is like the home page. And a Google Meet is kind of like a FaceTime where we can just meet and actually see each other live right then. So for the open house, I will have a Meet link that you can click on at the end of this PowerPoint. And it'll take you into a meeting with me and other parents where we can talk if you have any other questions. For the kids, I will be generating Meet links and giving those to the kids if we were to switch to online, and that way while they're at home working online, we can always open a Meet and we can sit there and work together if they're having problems. And there may be times throughout the day where they're required to meet with me, just so I can check in and make sure everything's fine, they don't have any questions or concerns, things of that nature. Also throughout the year, I'll be doing meets if we were to switch to online with you as the parent if necessary. So I would send you that either home by mail, or I'd send you an email, or I use something called Class Dojo, which you'll learn about a little bit later in this PowerPoint. But I will get that information to you somehow, and it would be like just as if we were FaceTiming. Unfortunately, this is what COVID has caused us to do, but we are going to make it work. Now, to get back to the home screen to all their classes, they would click on these 3 bars in the left corner and just click on classes. Now, they can also see their calendar, which may have upcoming events on it that they can click in or click on and see different things coming up for the school, for the county, or maybe just for the classroom. But this is what they're going to see every single day whenever they log in. So they'll have a schedule that will be given to them if we were to go to online learning, and I will be working with them a lot that first week of school just to kind of help them learn some about this. I learn a lot about this actually, but that way if we were to switch to online learning, they would feel prepared and comfortable. But I wanted to make sure that you all had something that you could look at as well. I'm also going to attach a link to a YouTube video from another teacher who's created a little more detailed examples, and he has actual classrooms where kids can submit their work. That's one thing I want to stress is once your kid is in the classroom and they're doing their classwork, let's say they click on Monday's work, they have to make sure that they hit submit on their assignments or it will not come through. So always make sure that they know to hit submit. Again, this is all just in case we were to switch to online learning. I'm very hopeful that we are going to get to stay in the building together. That is what I would love to do, and I'm going to keep my hopes up for that. But if you have any other questions, then you can watch the other YouTube video, and maybe that gentleman's video can help out a little more. Or at the end of this PowerPoint, if you still have questions, you can click on the Meet link and you can FaceTime in or meet in to our meeting, and there may already be other parents in there, so just be patient and then I will get to you as soon as I can. But it's going to be a great year and I'm really excited.